start a business. And so when I came home and we had this idea and I got with Barry and got with Brian, I have been shocked, amazed about all the resources available. You know, Ben Franklin has been incredible. We went through their tech accelerator. That's how we got our first $10,000 to start this company. And now they've chosen to reinvest in us, which is incredible. But there's a really great pool of entrepreneurial minds here and people that just want to support any way they can. I've been overwhelmed by the outpouring of everybody being like, how can I help? Who can I introduce you to? And I think that's something you get in a small town like Erie, where people want to see each other win and want to see what's, going to help push the community forward. And these forward-thinking companies will do that. So it's been really amazing to receive the support being back home.
Joel, you were talking about Ben Franklin too and kind of the process, right?
Yeah.
And Brian's, I don't know, he's kind of a little sly on that because I thought the process was, it's awesome, right? It's almost for me, it was like a mini Shark Tank that you go through different levels, right? So you got to get past, round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. But the awesome thing is at each round you're developing, right, more, and you're getting more support as you're going. So it's not just like you kind of have to hit these benchmarks and maybe we'll fund you. It's all right. Hey, we're going to be here. We got to 2. Let's do this now. Hey, let's kind of look at this. So, there was a lot.
Did you find that your focus was sharpening? And
100%.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you look at like your ideal customer profile and to be able to talk to really smart people that are, again, they all want you to win. They want to invest. They just, they're doing their due diligence to make sure that, that there's a really good idea and I think that there's an owner or an operator that can pull it off. So going through the process was, I don't want to say it was easy, but it was so worth it because the end result that you get when you get funded, your company's in a much better spot going through those, I don't know, 8 weeks, 10 weeks. Sometimes it seemed like 4 years, but and I'm making a joke there because it's really not that bad of a process, but it really helped the company and helped my company really focus and pinpoint what we wanted to do.
Barry, I want you to weigh in because this concept of again, everybody thinks, all the tech is happening in Silicon Valley, or all the tech is happening in the Research Triangle, or in the MIT corridor here, and you're saying no, in Erie too.
Yeah, I mean, Erie is a great place. For my, I'm born and raised in Erie. I've been a remote worker for the last 15 years doing tech work.
So way before COVID, way before it was cool,
Way before most people thought I was just making my job up when I said I didn't actually just work from home. But yeah, for a long time, just, working remotely. I worked for a company, Crimcheck, for years out of Cleveland. Working with a different company, Deeza, out of Houston. And Erie's a great place for this kind of thing. There's a lot of, especially at Radius, when you get to talk to a lot of people a lot of the people at Radius aren't even from Erie. They've moved from somewhere else to here, and hearing a lot of the good things they have to say, their perspectives of what Erie means to them versus wherever they came from. And it's a lot of positive things that Erie has going for them.
Can I just, crazy question, but what's the code these days? I've heard of, we're not still talking C++ or anything like that, right?
I mean, that's certainly out there.
That's from 2000 or something.
That's pretty old school.
Yeah,
for sure.
So what is the language?
We're developing Eventio with using C#.net.
Okay. Is that kind of like a SQL type of database? Not really.
We're using MySQL databases. They're just different technologies kind of connecting together.
Yeah. So that's pretty much a state of the art. The C#.
I don't know if it's state of the art. I mean, in my mind, it is. I mean, it's definitely the one I'm most familiar with. One thing with
and are the kids learning all this? The kids that are taking computer science?
They should be if they're not. I'm not sure. When I went to college, they were teaching C++.
Okay.
But I would imagine they've moved on to .NET or maybe Python is another very big language. And one of the interesting things with ChatGPT and language models in general, they're very excellent educational tools. I've been able to learn things that I thought I was a master of in coding. It was producing code even better. So I'm learning along the way and discovering things I never even realized I could do. And, that with AI, that traverses all the different
Can you create a prompt that says, I want you to do this in normal language, and it'll do it in your C?
100%.
Oh my gosh. We are in a so crazy new world, aren't we?
Yeah, I never
Like, you don't have to know the code if you know what the process needs to be.
2 years ago, I never would have thought I've never thought of AI as something to really think about. And then when ChatGPT came out and I saw it in action, I had to go investigate myself because I thought it was like a prank video. Like, and discovered it was real. That's really what started my research and into the whole technology, the language model technology. And, it's just amazing.
Wow. Brian, I want to go back to you because I want to ask you, again, the lay of the land for the types of money that it's going to take to really get to some of these businesses on scale. And so, again, Ben Franklin kind of comes in, not at the beginning, but in the middle or kind of early on. What are next steps? Because what I'm asking is, I understand that there's money on the sidelines in Erie, Pennsylvania. Could that money come to bear for these burgeoning technological companies?
Yeah. So actually, Ben Franklin can start at the beginning, and we do. You have an idea on a napkin. You think there's a thing here. Call me, much like Tom and Aaron did. Just call me. We can talk it through. Then we have programs like the TechCelerator program and the Big Idea program. All of these are training grounds for coming next. Then we go through our due diligence process in the initial investment. And at some point, Ben Franklin will run out of money to support the massive growth that these companies are going to find. So we're looking for that magic moment called product market fit. When you get to product market fit, which basically means your product doesn't have to get any better because people are buying it and you've got product market fit. People are coming to you. When you get there and your revenue will sustain it, now you're open to other things like the ICE Angel Fund, where we're investing locally in companies just best of breed, the great companies that we can find. It's all local money from people who are accredited investors who can now put money into companies like Aventio and AutoQA. And then they grow some more. And now we introduce them to our network of venture capital investors who are interested in early stage but product market fit companies, and they'll do more money. So at some point, we're all looking for, when does the investment spigot turn off and when does the money from revenue pick up and now the company can just simply scale.
Right.
So it's a continuum. I think we've done a pretty decent job in Erie of filling some of the capital gaps. We talk about the valley of death. We've talked about that before, right? Where good companies go to die. We figured out, I think, at some level, the capital needed to get these companies from ideas on a napkin to product market fit and then beyond.
And we're able to be self-sustaining within the greater Erie market.
Well, no, but
okay.
I mean, there's always more is always better, and
right.
we want lots more money in the system.
Rich people tend to live on the coast, right? I mean, so at some point
we have a couple of dollars here, but
right.
I guess my point is, it's not just money that is needed.
Yeah.
It's money, yes, but it's the other stuff that the community provides. We've certainly got mounds of data that will prove it is way easier to build an entrepreneurial company if you have an entrepreneurial ecosystem that wraps itself around those companies.
Yeah.
So Ben Franklin, EDDC, the Angel Fund, ETI, the things going on up and down State Street with all of the entrepreneurial company. You've got to have that sort of mindset, kind of like Barry said. It wasn't this way. Even 5 years ago, It wasn't this way. And so we've, as a community, have really begun to step up. You think of things like Infinite Erie or what Erie's Black Wall Street is doing. Yeah. There's just so many great organizations really putting their foot on the accelerator.
I want you to dispel, again, this is from the snipers, and we probably shouldn't even give them any airtime. But this concept of, they only pick their favorites to fund. That's not at all what's going on out here.
We pick the companies that have the greatest chance to succeed.
Yeah.
And that's about founders, that's about market, that's about grit, that's about a whole bunch of stuff. For someone to say they only pick their friends is absolutely, I mean, I didn't know Tom from Fred a year and a half ago. Same with Erin. She showed up. So no, that's completely not true. And if someone thinks that I'm only picking friends, call me. Let's see what your idea is, and maybe we can help you.
Absolutely. All right. Okay, we've got about 3-4 minutes, and I want to talk about how Erie can be friendly and helpful to you guys. So, Aaron, you are about to go into beta testing, and you could use some help, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking for any type of event planners, whether you're doing it professionally or whether you're throwing your kid's birthday party or a wedding or a dinner party. Anybody that is planning something, we would love for you to come and test our site for free while we, launch our first version of it. And it won't be perfect, full transparency, but we want to hear from you guys what you like, what you don't like, what could be better, so we know what to develop more, what to develop less. But the more people we have trying it and providing feedback, the better of a product we can create. So if you go to our website, www.eventio.ai, there's a little join the waitlist button. And if you click there and type beta in the comments, you'll be added to our list, and then we'll reach out when it's ready to start playing with.
And you're going to start with the website only, but I would imagine an app at some point will be in your future.
At some point, yes. We want to build a product that is convenient, user-friendly for people, and we know a lot of people are gravitating towards apps this time. But our initial website, it will be mobile-friendly, so you'll still have a great user experience from day one, but we do see an app in the trajectory at some point.
I love it. How about you, Tom? Where can folks help?
I think, the last time I was here, we talked about, even for Expedia, we have, a couple hundred employees, and we've never had an Erie customer, right? We've been very close to some of the contact centers looking to outsource, but I think with auto, there's a lot of it. You don't have to be big. You could be a little 10-seat contact center to, some of the larger hospitals, and we have an insurance company here as well that has a couple, 100 agents. So, we're more than willing to do a 500 call proof of concept to kind of show the power of this thing for anybody who's involved. But it would be great. Auto QA is OTTOQA.com. If anyone is interested, we'd love to show you a demo, especially in any Erieites.
So I know we kind of hedged on this, but what the cash is going to be used. What are you going to use it for, Aaron?
So first and foremost, development. It's expensive to build software, so we need very smart software engineers to help us. So that's priority number one. And then number two, marketing. We need people to know we exist, for sure in Erie, but also this is a national and potentially even global product. So we need to spread awareness. So those are our two big buckets.
How about you, Tom?
Yeah, I think the development for sure, but for us, it's to try to scale from a marketing standpoint. What can we do that's a little unique, that we can use these dollars the best way humanly possible?
Like, how do you market to other call centers and
Well, we have a community that's very big. I'm pretty large on LinkedIn with about 14,000 followers. So we have, I think, the number one contact center podcast. So trying to scale some of those type of things, but it's a lot of digital, right?
Sure.
Email marketing, those kind of things. But I think we need to think a little bit outside the box for this tool as well.
And Tom is a national,
he's a national figure.
He's being way modest
exactly.
here.
Yeah.
He is invited to call center conferences and events as a keynote speaker to talk about where is our industry going. So just Tom himself is a marketing, he's the Ronald McDonald of Auto QA. Everyone knows Tom.
Sure. Yeah. That's amazing. And for you, again, big check today. What's tomorrow look like for Brian?
Well, we are already talking with 7 different companies in Mercer County, in Crawford County, in Erie County, and up in Warren County. So I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get to April. And, I wish everyone could do what I do every day, because it's talking to the smartest people with the most interesting ideas and trying to help them move the needle. Yeah. That's what I do every single day, and it's the greatest thing I've ever gotten the chance to do.
And we're developing, thank God, we're changing the narrative that we have this possibility mentality, don't we?
We really
do.
do.
There's a reason why you came home, why you stayed, is that, I can do this, and still, hang out with my prep buddies or my college buddies, or go to a ball game or something.
I think it means more if you could do it in your hometown, right?
Yeah.
I think that we all want to kind of put our stamp on, and we're at the age now, right, where it's kind of our time, and it's our generation. So just hoping to do something cool here.
Yeah. Very cool. I appreciate you guys bringing the Big Check event to the Joel Natale show here. Tom Laird, Aaron Kerner, Barry Snyder, and of course, Ben Franklin, Brian Slaywin. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for letting us on.
Thanks for
Joel.
having us.
Go Lakers. 454 on Talk Erie.